we're back. Howdy y'all, this is Ethan Bonreal playing Coming Out on Top, and last time we were here, we decided to go on a date with Frank, but we learned that, while Frank is very cute, he is also extremely easy to piss off. In addition to that, we learned he might apparently be like a multi-millionaire or something. I don't know if I really buy that, and it looks like our character doesn't really buy it either. But in any case, we gotta move forward here, so let's go ahead and progress. You and Frank head back to the sand, enjoying the sight and sound of the tide and the setting sun. Gradually it grows dark. It's so lovely here. Like I said, simple pleasures, like the love of a faithful pet. Do you have any pets? Alright, so again, if you haven't played the main game, you may or may not know, we have a pet fish named Slurpee. That is our pet. So you just gotta be real with it. All of these, I'm pretty sure, lead to eventually you not having sex. It's not an instant game over, but it is going to change the conversation you have later. So we're going to go with my fish Slurpee. I shouldn't say just, he's actually a totally awesome little dude. Fish love is a special kind of love, isn't it? Yeah, it can be. I don't have any fish, though. I did recently acquire a pair of Tibetan Mastiffs. I don't know how to pronounce that. Mastiffs? Yeah, going for that. Though, only 100 grand for the both. Wow, that's actually quite a steal. You sure they're purebred? They are. Oh my god, my dyslexia is like firing up. I'm gonna try this. Percival and Rainer, both of them from champion stock. So, again, the two rules are be yourself, and then don't fucking make fun of him, because he'll fucking go Super Saiyan and freak out. So you need to just be straight with him. But I'm going to show you what happens if you do this one. So, why not have more fun names like Peanut Butter and Jelly, or Morpheus and Neo, or Buttonhole? What and who? Never mind, it was just a joke. When it comes to my dogs, you can't really put a price tag on that kind of loyalty, and if you're going to spend money on something, getting actual love back seems like quite the deal. Wow, you really have a lot of expensive shit. Why didn't you, tell me some other ridiculous shit you spend your money on? Like charity? Oh, why didn't you ask sooner? I don't see what good all this money is if you don't give it back. Why did I even ask? So, we're gonna go back. I didn't show you, but that eventually locks you out of the ending you want. You don't think it does, because you don't get an instant game over, but he does get pissed at you eventually, because he thinks you're making fun of him. So we're gonna speed up the dialogue, because it's mostly the same as what he had already said, and go back to the conversation about the African village. I just donated to an African village to help them build a bridge. They'll only have to walk 3 miles for water instead of 5. It's very important stuff, and it makes you feel so good to give. You're a real philanthropist. Charity doesn't just make you feel better, it makes you feel more powerful, right? Like you get to decide who lives and dies. Oh my god, you are a monster. What the fuck is wrong with you? What kind of charities do you support? So, if you're a sarcastic asshole, he catches on, and he gets mad. And he gets real mad. Lay what on thick? All the stuff about how rich you are, and we end up bailing, basically. And that is one of the game overs. I'm not going to read all that, because y'all, in your free time, can do that. But I'm going to go ahead and go back to the previous choice tree here. The correct answer, instead of actually all of these, besides the correct one, is actually going to end up locking you out of the good ending, and it's actually an instant game over, so this is the only way to get to it. I understand. Not everyone is in such a fortunate position as I. No, they're not. How charming of you to point that out. I'm sorry, have I offended you? Yeah, I feel like you really enjoy rubbing people's noses and how rich and how great you are. Oh, Okay, well, I was just trying to make conversation. No, you weren't. I've been really honest with you this whole time, and to tell you the truth, I'm kind of getting a liarish vibe from you. I don't know what you're suggesting. I feel like you're trying as hard as possible to not be yourself. ... Super Swag, why are you so honest? I mean, seriously, I'm here talking about all these great things I'm doing, and you're just... Just what? I don't know, just being yourself. What's wrong with you? Don't you think you need to put a little effort in trying to impress people? Is that what this is all about? You're trying to impress me? Well, obviously, why else would I be telling you all this shit? I don't know, but if I can level with you, it's not impressive at all. Just seems like you're trying really hard to seem important. But I mean, alright, look, I'll level with you, friend, Frank. Why don't you... Come here, come closer. Why don't you have you a sit on my face and we can sit down and have a nice talk about building up self-esteem, because you really need to, you're really laying it on thick, and it's actually coming off as a little bit mean, friend. And that is really, I think the reason I dislike Frank so much is because he reminds me of some people I've encountered in my personal life, and that really, that combination of personality traits, like pushing other people down and then like trying to raise yourself up, like that ends up pissing me off really bad. But anyway, he cute though, so that's why we're here. That's what people like, right? Though, right? Important people, being around them because that makes them feel important too. Right? Wow, I actually kind of feel sorry for you. That is not why people want to hang out with other people. Well, I mean some people, but that's not really normal. Alright. So, if you click the bottom option, that again is an instant date end. You don't get to see him naked. You don't get to touch him while you're naked. But if you click the one on the top, I mean, it's great you have all these amazing things going on. You have basically sealed the deal. You will get to make man love together. Alright, Super Swag, I have a small confession. Let's hear it. This is difficult for me, but... Well, my name isn't actually Frank. Well, it is, but I actually go by Frankie. ... Okay. That's it? Question mark. It's a pretty minor confession. And I'm not some super powerful, wealthy adventure investor guy. You don't say. I'm not rich, I don't travel, and I don't do any of that cool stuff. And that's not my runabout car. That's my one and only main car, man. I don't even really have tickets to the symphony. Man, my ass would have been so pissed if we went to that symphony and I did not get to be there for free. I would have actually probably legit flipped my shit if someone did that to me. But anyway, I was just gonna try to wing it and suggest something else. Luckily, that traffic jam popped up. I'm sorry about lying to you. So, again, if you say you should go, the day will end, but you're basically in. Once you get this dialogue to pop up, you're getting ready to make some man love. So, well, Frankie, listen, we're all insecure about something. It's just that you've taken that to a strangely high level. Just try to be yourself, man. Thanks again, and I'm sorry. Sure, well, actually, let me ask you a question. If you're not an investor guy, what do you actually do then? I can't say, it's kind of embarrassing. It's why I made up this whole persona, just to hide that one fact. It's freaking humiliating, dude. Well, what is it? I won't judge, I promise. I'm a stripper. I actually, the second I started this game mode, or this date, my first playthrough, I actually commented in my head, man, he looks like a stripper or a gentleman of the evening, which isn't bad, but he wasn't really giving me executive vibes. Maybe it's just because of how old he is, but anyway. So, play it cool. Whoa, tell me more. You think it'd be great, but no, man, it kinda sucks. I'm like a piece of garbage. And it's not even just that. It's bad enough to have a job you don't want to tell anyone about, but what? I don't know if I should say this. Again, I promise I won't judge. I haven't actually slept with a bunch of models. Okay, and most people haven't, actually. But it's not really that big of a deal, besides the fact that you fucking lied to me. But honestly, I kinda expect that from you. But it is a big deal, because I actually haven't slept with any models. I haven't even done all that much with anyone. I'm practically a virgin, man. Wow. I had one not-so-great experience bottoming, and I've never topped, though I'd like to try. You'd assume I'd be more experienced since my job deals with being sexy, but I do bachelorette parties and occasionally birthday gigs for 80-something-year-old grandmas. See, you're probably gonna walk away from me now, right? ... Come on, Super Swag, just say something. I don't really have a lot of experience myself, so we're basically in the same boat, besides the fact that you're a fucking liar. So, you don't care? It's just, I don't know, I'm too insecure. I always screw things up, and I feel like I've gotten to this weird place where it's like a point of no return. It's probably because you lie so much, TBH. So, let this be a lesson, viewers, don't fucking lie. Because unlike this fictional character, you're probably not secretly an extremely erotic stripper. If you are an extremely erotic stripper, feel free to keep lying, but make sure you just go all out with it, because somehow him lying to that extreme extent got us here, and we are definitely about to have sex on this goddamn beach, so that's gonna be beautiful. If you could just stop thinking that way and relax a bit, things would come naturally. Yeah, I know, I realize that. It's just like, I can't do it, though. Let's go back to the fact that you're a stripper. You shouldn't be ashamed of that. You should embrace it and rock the hell out of it. I don't know if I can do that. So, we are here for a reason, so how about right now? It's dark and we've got some privacy. Let's see what you got, Frankie. Embrace your stripperness. Are you kidding? No way. Don't worry, you're not gonna end the date here. You're fine. So just say you'll do it too, and it'll encourage him to be more free with himself. Seriously? Okay, if you're in, I'm in. I might need a little more encouragement though, but I'm down. No problem, you should go first, though. Seriously, I have 0 moves. I could use a little tutorial here. Here, I'll show you how it's done. Frankie begins dancing to the music of the night, the ocean waves crashing nearby, the soft din of the city. Your heart beating faster as he gyrates his hips. Sorry, I had to pause a bit to let y'all get the full view here. So, he starts by pulling off his jacket with an almost magician-like flair and tossing it at your face. That's like a basic move. That's like basic move number 1, Super Swag, tossing the piece of cloth at the audience. His thick, muscular arms are revealed, bulging out of his shirt as he puts his hands on the back of his head and flexes. This is another basic move. Then you should work into some thrusting. It shows off a lot of your assets and really helps set the mood. His hips thrust back and forth and your eyes lock on his perky glutes. You okay? Are you liking this? I am okay. Actually, I am extremely okay. Thanks, Super Swag. Sure, no prob, Bob. Frankie turns around and bends at the waist, shaking his butt back and forth some more. This is, of course, called twerking. Oh, is that what you were doing? Okay, I guess so. It requires some practice, and it's best done in underwear, naked, but you need to always remember not to go too fast. Build the people up, play on that tension. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Now here comes the advanced move. It actually takes a lot of practice at getting the angles and the motion correct to get your pants off this fast. Don't worry about that for now. However, I actually am worried about it. Do you know why? Because his ass is about to be naked on screen. So, like I said before, if you want to see the not safe for work part, check the video description. And I will have a link to my Tumblr, which will have that video on it. So, now we're going to go ahead and cut. Alright, well, that was definitely a thing that we just did. Personally, I would have been a little afraid of, like, getting sand in my asshole or something, but, I mean, our character is a trooper and is really willing to put himself out there. But anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this date up. Oh, wow. Oh my fucking god. You look back and see Frankie, slack-jawed, apparently unable to process what just happened. That was incredible. Are you okay? Hello. Oh my gosh. So hairy. Yes, that is an understatement. That was... I don't know what to say. I can't believe I'm your first. You're gifted. I'm something of a perfectionist, so I may need a few more tries to really get it down. That could probably be arranged. Covered in nothing but sand, you start to shiver. Hoping to stay naked with Frankie just a moment longer, you press yourself against his warm body. Grinning, he holds you closer. You sigh from the warmth and the heat of his skin. The two of you kiss and watch the moon and the waves crashing along the shore. Your date has ended. Alright then, well we did it, we got laid. Thumbs up. So that is that. I do think this guide is going to be pretty helpful to most of y'all, just because Frankie has a lot of ways to get a game over, as I kind of showed off a bit. But we did it. We got laid without getting our soul sucked out by that goddamn ascot. And that is pretty legit-y, right? In any case, thank y'all for watching. I'm going to go ahead and skip to the next scene. Back at the Brofinder menu. Thank y'all for watching. As I've mentioned before, I do plan on releasing more coming out on top videos, but they're going to be a bit more staggered. I did want to release this one pretty quickly just to keep people interested and show that I am committed to actually putting these videos out. But in the meantime, I really suggest you maybe check out some of my other videos. I'm going to put a link to the first video of my Oregon Trail series in the top right corner of the screen up here, so that y'all can check that out. If you find my commentary funny or amusing, consider maybe, liking and subscribing.